What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak about a recent episode of Run It Back podcast, right? And the guy Chandler Parsons made a prediction that I thought was kind of interesting, and his prediction was that he thinks that if the playoffs start today, the Philadelphia 76ers will play the New York Knicks, right? And so he thinks that Philly could possibly and probably will upset the Knicks. And I never thought about it, but when you think about everything that the Knicks are going through right now, to me, that's not really far-fetched when you think about it. Joel Embiid, is been rested for most of the season, so he'll be fresher. Then you got Tyrese Maxey. Maxey is playing out of his mind, along with the rest of the Sixers. And I think with Joel Embiid in there, I think that probably could push them past the Knicks. And also, that the Knicks are having their issues with Karl Anthony Towns. So this, to me, this take or this prediction from Chandler is not really far-fetched. But let's listen to the audio from the Run It Back podcast, and then I'll come back and I'll give my input.
The point in them doing that, and who knows if he even plays again this year. So I got to go Cancun.
Okay, Greece. That one I'm inaudible because that's what's going to happen there. How about the Sixers? This one's interesting. Sixth in the East, 33-26, and this has been a very different year to watch. A pleasant one, if I do say so myself, Chandler.
Playoffs, and I think if they get the Knicks, they advance in the playoffs.
Holy.
I think they are. I think when they are. First of all, can we talk about Joel Embiid here for a second? This dude is healthy. He's played 33 games. He's averaging 27, 8, and 4 after everything that dude's been through. He's having a hell of a year, so I'm so happy.
Great job, Chandler. Give him his flowers the same way we criticize
100%
not being available. Give him his flowers.
I know exactly what he's going through too. This dude is tough as nails, and the fact that he's even playing is remarkable. And the fact that he's putting up.
Are you comparing yourself to Joel Embiid right now?
No, I'm just saying I personally know him and know what he's dealing with. I know exactly what he feels right now, and it ain't easy to get 27 and 8 on that wheel. So.
Sure.
Kudos to him. And then again, we know how good their backcourt is with Maxey and BJ. Paul George has been good.
Don't bury the lead. You literally just said they're going to beat the Knicks in the first round.
I think if I had to predict, if they were a 6 seed and the Knicks were a 3 seed, I would not be surprised.
Wait a minute. Paul George? I thought Paul George was out with an injury. I got to check that out, because if they have Maxey, Paul George, and Joel Embiid, I do think that makes them even more dangerous. So I thought Paul George was out. I gotta check that out. But man, if they have all three of those guys, man, plus with the role players that they had, this is not a far-fetched predicament.
Prize of Philly, not only is a playoff team, it beats the Knicks in a series.
That would be scandalous.
That would be chaos in New York.
Scandalo. Oh, they're gonna.
But I'm just more happy for Joel Embiid. The fact that everything he's gone through, the fact that he's having the season he's having, and willing this team to a winning record, the 6th in the East. Awesome.
I love this story.
I like playoffs for Philly. And the difference between this year and last year, they're doing it, but they didn't say it. Last year, Joel Embiid was like, I need to be available for the playoffs. I need to be available for the playoffs. They kind of took their foot off the gas when it came to the regular season. Now, I think they're still doing that, but he's available and nobody said anything, so they haven't set any expectations for them. I think so, like Chandler thinks, they can sneak up on somebody. They can be a team that can be very disruptive come the playoffs, because nobody's really putting any pressure on them to be a great basketball team right now. So I do like.
I agree with these guys, man, because when you think about it, they've really, like, the Sixers this season have really kind of like flown under the radar. They haven't been getting a lot of attention at all. So, and without Joel Embiid, I think that probably helped him, allow him to heal up for a great part of the season. And Maxey has his confidence and everything. So yeah, man, I think they're sneaking up on people. And just imagine like going into a series with New York and Philadelphia, and with all the issues that New York has had on their team this year, that would put so much pressure on New York, man. So all the pressure would be on New York, because if they lose, it'll be pressure on Mike Brown. There'll be pressure on Karl Anthony Towns. There'll be pressure on a lot of people, man. Philly will be basically playing with house money. So that's, in my opinion, that's not a bad take.
Them at the 6th seed. I do like them as a playoff team, and I do like them being a scary out for somebody.
I wish we could fast forward. The one you guys have both sort of touched on, the Charlotte Hornets, currently 10th. And we know what they've been doing as of late. And it's been kind of a fun. They're one of the hot teams in the East, winning 13 of their last 16. Like, you can't make it up, Lou.
I say play in.
Okay.
I say play in, but I'm excited for the play-in now.
No.
I like the teams that are involved in this conversation. So, the play-in used to be a thing that you can kind of be mad about. I just saw Bam Adebayo kind of be upset about their position and where they are in the season. He doesn't want to be a play-in team. The Miami Heat doesn't want to be a play-in team. But right now, the teams that are there are trending in the right direction. I think there's a big gap between the teams that are going to make the guaranteed spots and the play-in teams based on some of these teams creating deficits for themselves early in this season. But I like where we are. I like the fact that Atlanta is going to fight. I like
I like the fact that Charlotte is going to be in it. I like those up-and-coming young guys. Like I said, at the guard position, they just have to get more solid at that guard position with the guy LaMelo Ball, and LaMelo just needs to take care of that ball more for Charlotte. And I think the point guard play for Charlotte will go a long ways to determining like how far they can, like how much success they'll have I don't think they'll go far in the playoffs this year, but it'll go a long way towards their development. Let me say that. Bam Adebayo says he, and I think with Bam being up in age and having an experience around the league, he probably have higher expectations than just a playoff, being a play-in situation. So I can understand how Bam feel about the situation too. But Miami, in my opinion, I think they're always going to be there because of the way they do things. Well coached, the well-ran organization. So I always think Miami going to be in the thick of things, and Miami will be a dangerous team too in the playoffs, man. So you got to be careful with the Miami Heat. So, but let me get back to some more of what these guys are talking about.
Miami in this mix. I like Orlando in this mix. Like, this is a play-in tournament that I wouldn't mind watching. So I know these 4 teams hate the fact that they're there, but I love the fact that they're there because this is going to make for some good television when this tournament starts up.
Yeah, and like Lou said, I don't know who's going to win those games. Like that's going to be highly competitive. They're all going to want it. There's no point in losing those games now at this point. You're already in it. You're here. You might as well compete and play.
Might as well do it. Yeah.
And again, anything can happen once you get in that playoffs. I agree with Lou. I think they're a play-in team. They're young. They're fun. Also, Con Knippel last night breaks the record for most threes for a rookie. Awesome. He's a stud. He's going to – so they have – like, again, they used to almost be like a laughing stock. At least,
well, it used to be like, oh, these teams are so under 500. What even is
At
this?
least now they're a team with like a future.
Kind of real. This
like
is
now
real
they have
plan.
pieces. They have future potential
You can see
stars.
you can see the light at the tunnel.
I love them getting Kobe White at the deadline. Like they're solid. Like they're just remember someone got drafted a couple years ago and the guy said that he's 3 years away from being 3 years away. They're a little closer than that, but they have like Brandon Miller. I want Brandon Miller. He's a stud.
Yeah.
Bridges, Ball, like you hear about them in the trade deadline. Who knows what happens, but at least they have the infrastructure now of a good franchise.
Yeah.
So look, also the play-in, not that the teams in the East are better, like at the bottom when you talk about the play-in situation, right? But when you think about the play-in situation in the East, to me in the East, that play-in situation will be more competitive than the play-in situation in the West. The West is top heavy. Like all of the really good teams are at the top, obviously. And then at the bottom, I don't think there's like much parity between those, those teams at the bottom. But in the East, when you're talking about Orlando, you're talking about Atlanta, You're talking about Charlotte and Miami. Like all of those teams right there, pretty close to each other as far as like ability. So those will make for some competitive games. Yeah, I agree with that too, man. So, but yeah, keep an eye on that situation with the Knicks, man. See how the Knicks and Philly do in that first round, because Philly could be a tough out for the Knicks if if the Knicks draw the Phillies in that first round, man. That's not a good that's not a good that's a tough draw for them. So, and Philly is not afraid of New York at all. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, man, I'm going to check y'all out in the next video. Peace.